Welcome back to Trends on 3. The holidays can be difficult for those dealing with broken relationships or not sure where they're headed. I spoke with relationship expert Rivka Goldstein about how to create a life that matters.
Think that God is old-fashioned, that we don't need him. But more than any time, we need God.
And so it's an interesting point there, because for so many people of faith, especially, you won't get an argument there. But that's often, some would say, a lot easier said than done, depending on what struggles, what storm you're going through in life and what you're dealing with. And, during this time of the year when, people think everything is supposed to be perfect and you're supposed to be so happy. But that's hard to do in certain situations.
So real happiness comes from knowing what is expected of you, and you do it. If you want real happiness, it's not a gimmick. We don't have to look outside of ourselves. We don't have to be looking in places where everyone's looking. We just have to look within, and we need to look up and say, what does God need from me? If I'm doing what God needs from me in this realm, in this lifetime, in this moment, that's true happiness. There's no greater happiness than that.
And again, I think that kind of goes back to that of being content, being satisfied, and looking at yourself, not looking at your neighbor or someone down the street or someone, what they posted on social media. But again, looking from within, starting from within.
Right, absolutely. But looking from within can be confusing as well, because you could be pulled in so many directions. So the answer is to just always look up and say, what does God need from me? It's simple, it's basic, and that's all we need to do.
What is my purpose? I always say that. What is my purpose? And one of the things too, when we start to talk about this time of the year, we also start talking about this is a time when a lot of times it's hard to, have a great, maybe a family or friendship event during the holidays, because maybe there are some broken relationships that need repairing, and you haven't had that, been to that big Thanksgiving dinner or big Christmas dinner in years because of dealing with those broken relationships and trying to repair those broken relationships. What advice would you give to people when it comes to that, how to mend and how to heal those relationships?
So then again, God modeled for us what relationship should be about. There should be peace. In fact, one of the names of God is peace. When there is peace, God is with us. And how do we bring that about? Through kindness, through respect, through being considerate of others. And if we can just exercise something as basic and as simple as that at every moment, put your ego aside and say, what do I need to bring peace into this situation? And it may mean reaching out to someone with a nice note. It may mean a phone call. It may also mean that, you put all your anger, frustration, and resentment aside and say, what do I need to bring peace? Because peace is what we need in this world. And we know this much more more than any way in a relationship. Whether it's with our spouse, with our family, extended family, all of that, we can use some kindness, some respect and consideration.
And I will tell you this, when you have that peace, it just feels so much better than when you're walking around with constant anger or anxiety or whatever the situation may be, when you're trying to deal with someone and you're like, how do I repair this relationship? How do I get past that?
So again, I think that one of the tools that God gave us is prayers. I think prayers is a very underestimated and important tool that we can use. We bring it to God. We say, we're struggling with this person. We're struggling in this relationship. We're struggling in this situation. God, I surrender, I give it to you. Give me the peace I need to deal with this situation. Give me what I need a new eyes to see this person, a new eyes to see the situation. If we can just put ourselves in that place where we align ourselves with our Creator who knows us better, that would help tremendously.
And then kind of wrapping up, just talking about living that fulfilled life, which is what I think most people want to do, live a fulfilled life where you've truly made a difference, you've made an impact, and you feel that you are living your life with purpose.
You know, Latrice, having said that, you know, I found out that I was going to be a mother for the first time when I was turning 40. So I wrote a book for my son, essentially just detailing what you just said. You know, I wanted him to know the difference between existing and living. What does it mean to have to live your life to the fullest? It means that, you know, you need to stop focusing so much about your existence, but to start living life, because existence stinks. But life, every moment of life is precious.